Hey guys, Nether King here, and today I am playing a bit of Garry's mod. So, what I'm going to do in this one is actually, server permitting, I am going to do a server spotlight. Now, I'm going to do a couple of other videos later on about different game modes you can do in Garry's mod, because like if you go here to find multiplayer game, and you just let it load up for a minute because there's so many. You can see that there's all these different kinds of modes. And there's a drop down bar because there's so many different modes. Obviously, the most popular ones are right at the top with however many players and however many servers. I'm actually surprised that Murder's down here today. It changes with the amount of players, obviously, because it goes from most to least amount of players. But there's some of the main ones here. So Sandbox, Prop Hunt, Murder, TTT, all those. But my server spotlight for this time around is actually going to be for Star Wars RP. Because if you like playing roles, if you've ever played RPGs and you're just like, man, I wish I could actually be the character, you know? That's what the RP ones are for, is for you to actually jump in and basically be the character. You speak for them, you type for them, whatever, you are the character. So that's why there's a lot of these RP ones. People like doing that. But one of my favorites is Star Wars RP because there's a lot of different variations on it. And there's different eras, different factions, all that sort of thing. So I'm going to actually go and ask the admins first, if I can. But if I can't, the server that I'm going to be looking at is this Reborn Gaming right here. So you can find that if you go to internet and you click on Star Wars RP. Give it a second because obviously it takes a long time to load in that many players. So, yeah, I will show you that quick. If you go here, I don't believe you can see it just yet, but what you can do is you can type in Reborn and Reborn Gaming right there. That's if you use the basic browser. Some people use the legacy browser, that's fine. Pretty much the same thing. Anyways, so I'm going to jump in, and if they let me, I will do a short little clip about them. The Sith Temple. On the planet Korriban. This is where the Sith train to become stronger. This is where they learn. Sorry about that. Wrong button. Anyways, so here we are. It is a Jedi versus Sith server, as you guys can see. This is the map that is commonly used for Jedi versus Sith. Quite a few people are actually on Tython right now, which is the Jedi planet. But this one is Korriban. So Korriban is the home of the Sith. I am actually a Sith apprentice, as you can see in my portrait in the bottom left. And this is another one right here, Apprentice Shadow. And Korriban is, well, it's a desert planet. So it's not as lush as Tython, but this is where the Sith call home to train, to live, etc. Now, a couple things that are a bit unique to Reborn servers is that they have a lot of custom things revolving around sabers. So if you look, when I have my saber out, I actually have two force powers here, Leap and Meditate. Now, these are... Leap is common because of the lightsabers add-on, but Meditate is something that is more closely unique to Reborn, because Reborn has in a lot of extra things that they've coded in specifically for lightsabers. And so it's actually a lot of fun, even though it's mainly lightsaber combat. Now, they did add something new recently where you can become a trooper. So I'm going to go back to key so you guys can see in first person. But you can become troopers now. Now, troopers have shotguns and blasters. You can only use the shotgun on certain classes. But you can actually deflect blaster bolts now. So if you have your saber out and you hold Alt, this is actually blocking. And here, I'll have the blocking demonstrated by Shadow right here. Try to hit me, Shadow. See? It actually blocks the damage, and if they're using a blaster and you're pointing at them, it'll actually reflect the shots right at them. Or wherever you're pointing, basically. So, it is actually quite useful, and they've also added that you can do different stances.
I got myself a custom saber.
They've also added different stances. So if you press E and R together, you can go to defensive or aggressive. Now each of these has its own special move that Reborn has added. So when you hold E and you press right click. So for aggressive it's a thrust, and for defensive it's a downward slash. And those are just a couple of things that they've added for the lightsabers add-on. Now, they've also added an actual empire called the Eternal Empire. And the Eternal Empire is only open to Gold VIP+, which actually isn't that expensive.
Watch out!
But the VIP system in general on this server isn't very expensive either. They're not any better. I think they actually have less health because they're supposed to be, you know, better trained. But the Eternal Empire is a whole faction based around being, well, just good at dueling. I'm going to go to Tython, which is the Jedi planet. Oh, and yes, you don't actually have to crouch with a lightsaber on this server to avoid fall damage. If you've played any other Star Wars RP, it's actually integrated, which is very handy. And you can force leap in the air. You just press space another time, and it takes away 10 force and does another leap. Very handy. They've also, like I said, added Force Meditate, which lets you heal. If you watch my health in the bottom left, 951, 971, and it goes up. So, I'm just going to warp back to Tython. They have the warp system
Initializing in 3, 2, 1.
And you're away. So, now that I'm back on Tython, I know I started this on Korban, but I was actually talking to one of the server owners on Tython. And there's actually one of the server owners right there, Moxie Nebi. There are, I believe, how many is it, Moxie? I believe 3 owners.
I'm not doing 3.
Yeah. There's actually. Yeah. So yeah, there's actually 3 owners, which allows for the owners to be on more frequently. They don't have to all be on at the same time, but they can all be on more frequently to keep regulation of the server, and it's just helpful. Actually, Zelvis, is there any way that I could get you to change to one of the armor classes, because you're a big error as Prince Texan?
Yeah.
I'm doing a server spotlight, and I'm just kind of trying to show off the factions. Okay, so he's actually become one of the classes of the Eternal Empire that wears armor. Now, most of their troops do wear armor, as you can see.
Is this the same Reborn gaming that used to get like 60 people a day?
You have an error on your head, but they can see your armor. Okay, but...
Oh, okay, hold on.
Yeah. It is a little bit strange. So as you guys can see, they actually have some custom models too. But the original Eternal Empire models are basically suits of armor. I'll just show you the F4 list here for those guys. These guys here, these suits of armor, you might recognize them from Star Wars The Old Republic if you play that. But like there's also some custom ones within. Like this is a Dragon Knight, and he has his own armor. And of course, this is an initiate. Now, initiates and acolytes start with Damascus swords. I'm going to have to ask you to not do that, initiate.
It's scum.
Anyways. Oh. Okay, so I got teleported away. That's fine. Anyways. Don't mind the lag. It doesn't actually happen on the server. But, and here's Shepard. So we've got Moxie and Shepard. Shepard is another owner, am I correct?
Yeah,
And he actually, I think you're usually Obi-Wan Kenobi, aren't you?
No, this is my number though. I just kick around with them.
Oh, alright. But yeah, so it is a really cool place, and like you can see, the owners are active. They want to make sure that the experience is the best as it possibly can. And I haven't actually shown you the Jedi Temple, so if you haven't played any Jedi versus Sith ones, the Jedi Temple is very different to that of the Sith Temple. There's
I'm
obviously
lagging.
the bed where you make the lightsabers. There's the
Back here, Sith.
archives over here, which is their library. And their holocron vault is down there, but I'm not going to go in there. It's restricted. But they have the actual library. This initiate really wants to fight. Should I show him? I think it might make the video more interesting if I killed you.
I'm lagging, so please don't.
And I stab right through the chest. Anyways. So, yeah. There are these machines here, you might have seen them around. These are actually for helping you to change your lightsaber easier. So you can actually change your lightsaber from Q menu. If you go down to this lightsabers tool, there's all the different options. They've actually just added a couple of hilts that you can't use. So, well, you can use them. They're just errors right now. You have to install the add-ons, which takes just seconds. It's not hard at all. But so this is the Jedi Temple. There are a few other planets as well.
I mean,
but I probably
you
won't
have
be going to
RP it.
those.
Pretty much, you can't just like.
You are a very, very
Just go
white
to-
error.
Core band sometime.
Boom.
Gotcha.
I've died of a heart attack. There you go.
There's
Anyways,
my frames. All
so-
of a sudden I had like.
Yeah,
15
that's just a
FPS.
little bit about the server. If you want to know more about the
Yeah,
server, I
was at,
really
like, 2
recommend
FPS
joining
earlier,
it.
and I'm like, nah,
If
no.
being your own character is your thing, and if you want to fight with lightsabers and stuff, you should really try this. I
It's RP.
do recommend this. And it is just a bunch of fun.
No!
I mean, come on, who doesn't want to actually swing a lightsaber? Now, the old lightsabers add-on, you had to just stab them with your lightsaber. Now stabbing does a little bit of damage, like if you just touch them with it. But when you, but they've added animations so that you can actually swing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's really cool.
Alright, thank you.
I think after their duel, I'll just get a couple of cool things from Moxie and Shepard, maybe something that they're working on, possibly. Other than that, yeah, I just want to thank you guys for joining me on this server spotlight. Like I said, you want to know more about this server? Well, the best way to do that is to join it. Do some stuff on your own. It's a good community and it's got good owners, so I recommend it. Anyways, next time it'll probably be like Base Wars. Base Wars is a pretty good one. Or TTT or something like that. But for now, Star Wars RP, guys. Something that is really easy to get into. They teach you how to play. Super simple. They'll even show you stuff that's a little more complicated that they'll make it easier to remember for you. So, yeah. After the couple of closing statements, I bid you a good day, Netherians. Hey guys, so back, actually,
He started
Zalvis here
hitting me
thought
first.
that I should
was
record
defending
the
my
duel
honor.
between the two owners that are on right now. So like I said, 2 out of 3 owners, they're on right now. I mean, the owners are on quite often if they're not like doing things to improve the server, which they usually are when they're on, but they took it upon themselves to have a duel. Now, the best form of training is dueling. So you can't really see the moves that Moxie is doing because I don't have that content just yet. I'll have to get that
Didn't you just want to
if
get a
I do
Sith?
another one. But
Yeah, but I'll wait a little longer.
you can see the combat that Shepard's doing at least. And every time you hear that noise, that sounds like a lightsaber cutting, that's a hit. So, it does anywheres from like, what is it, like 10 to 200 damage? Something. Because the 10 is if they just touch your saber when you're not doing a move. So. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, I'm recording this. Who's going to win? Oh, it's Moxie. It's Moxie.
Alright, Moxie, let's go.
Alright, guys.
Just
So
say
I'm going to
fucking
get a
got
couple
enough
of
fucking
closing
points.
statements from the owners, and then, yeah, that'll be it. So, do you guys have anything special to say to anyone who would like to join the server?
We're the original best of the best, you know? Everybody else is copied us.
That about it? Anyways, but no, like seriously guys, there's staff on pretty much all the time. Like, if you guys want to join right after you see this, there's probably going to be someone on. So, other than that, Moxie, do you have anything to say? I know Shepard did. Moxie's just waving by. Alright guys, well, that is it for this server spotlight, and yeah, they're waving goodbye, so see you.